It's about to be live.
That's about all you're getting.
Is there no more?
There's a longer
You
one
can have
over
this
here.
one.
Okay, yeah, let's do that one.
You like this one?
Just go right behind you. This one.
Yep, you're live.
We are live.
All
We're
right.
on YouTube right now.
It's alive. Thank you, my dude. You're so on point. What's your name again, my dude?
Damien.
Damien, that's right.
Yeah.
Your sound guy, Damien, is the shit. I remember from last
He's the
time.
devil.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Damien. That's like the word for devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that t-shirt. Very demonic.
All right. Are we ready?
You
We're
voted
ready to start.
very demonic.
drinks?
I will eventually. I'm kind of drained. I'm trying to get myself up for this. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the man to the right of me is very guilty of everything.
Do they mean that guy? Because they're looking at that.
Stage right.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wadcast Podcast. That was the weirdest opening we've ever had. I'm here tonight with my left-hand man sitting to
He's
my
guilty. Look at him. He's on.
right. Already, let's have a cohesive. You and I have a little chat. We'll bring in our guest Abdullah. He'll take over the show. We'll quit. We'll go to our kids. We'll quit this business, and we'll let him take over the Bingle bus and run
I
the
bet
show
you he
forever.
takes over the show.
And it becomes a
It blows up.
raging success.
He's gonna get just.
I'm just trying to clear the bureaucrats out of what was once a truly, creatively empowering organization, the Bingle Show. I'm just trying to cut the fat, all right?
Yeah.
I'm like that new Saudi prince that showed up and had all his cousins killed or whatever. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he cleaned
I'm
up.
cleaning house.
He made it efficient.
You're gonna drain the bus.
Yeah, that's right.
Drain the bus of the shitty element, which is
Yeah.
me and this
You
guy
guys have
right
been
here.
shitting and pissing in this bus for too fucking long.
Yeah, it's been too long. We haven't made anything happen, and so it's time. It's time for a new guard.
We should auction off the bus.
Yeah. Where
Yeah.
did we start it at?
Oh.
What's it called when you have a?
You can't get what you got in.
It's called a reserve.
Yeah, let's put a reserve on it.
Reserve. So it's like an emotional reserve, though.
Yeah, throw in Damien and I'll give you like $3 million for this fucking thing.
Sold.
Done.
Done deal. All right, Damien, you got a new home.
Alright.
David's
I don't know
like,
what my
I
wife
hope you
will
like
think
cheese
about that.
whiz.
How quickly would I sell this fucking thing for $3 million? I mean, I'd be.
I'd be like.
Yeah. I might
I'll be inside.
be inside you.
Is that the take? Is that the price? $3
And then I'll be
million?
like, I don't want the van anymore. Now it's painted.
And he wants to know what everybody's
Money. I love to hear
Price
people's
is-
price.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Rachel's is 20.
20 grand?
$20.
Wait, for anal? Wait, what are we talking
No,
about? here?
why'd you go there?
Because we were
We're
talking about
talking
anal.
for her to
sex
house
a
sit
ago.
for
I said,
you.
you know what I'm talking
My
about.
God.
He said anal.
I know. I was talking about house
Can you do it
sitting.
for 10? It's kind of a small house. I think 20 is, like a lot for what it is. Wait, but what, your price for what? For anal, right? Was that... Wait, I was
This is our
confused
guest,
again.
ladies and gentlemen. Abdullah, king of anal.
Oh, thank God! Finally, someone's making that nickname happen.
Yeah. You've been working on it for years. And no
Yeah,
one, you
seriously.
told everybody to call you. No takers.
I've been receiving anal night after night for years, trying to get the title King of Anal.
I said to you when you came on the show tonight and you called me racist, I said that it looks like someone dressed you in Pakistan, like saying, you're going to go over, you're going to bomb America. Here's how you're going to look like a tourist. Like, not saying you look like a Pakistan, you look like a tourist.
I do,
Wait,
right?
You're
Especially
carrying a
with the
camera
Man
bag.
purse thing.
Like a man
Got this
purse
little-
camera
what is that?
bag.
So basically, you know
Timeless.
what's funny about this is that it says Timeless. Timeless is a vaporizer company. This thing was given to me filled with vape cartridges, right? And this is a real story of my life. I emptied out all the vape cartridges on my bed and thought, this is a nice bag. I'm gonna put my stuff in this bag, and now that's what I do. The vape cartridge is sitting home. I think there's a couple
Can we
in
stop
here.
calling
Do
it
you
a
want
bag?
a vape cartridge?
No, but can we stop calling it a bag and let's call it what it is?
Oh yeah,
It's a purse.
I got a
It
pack
is
of
a
that.
purse.
Yo, it's 2018. The Democrats just took the House or whatever.
Means nothing.
Yeah, it's okay for guys to have purses. Do you not have a purse?
I don't have a purse. I'm trying to think what I do have
I
that's
have
close to a purse.
What's that?
I have a backpack that
Yeah.
is like a big purse.
Not remotely a purse.
I got a
it's a
diaper
backpack.
sling.
Do
I
you
got
really?
like the bandolier, like diaper sling. It's got 3 pouches.
That's worse than a purse.
Yeah, it keep my iPad in there, some diapers, some wipes.
You take an
some
iPad
ass
with you
cream.
places? iPad's just a big iPhone. Why don't you just have an iPhone?
I have my iPad with me right now.
Really?
You ever see it like in a cab?
I don't even
instead
take
of
an iPhone. I take my pager everywhere.
You ever see they have an iPad in a cab sometimes,
Yeah.
like real big, and that's a fucking
Nice.
ridiculous thing.
Yeah, because I take it every time.
Yeah.
I have all these iPads at home that I can't unlock.
Really?
No, I'm lying.
You're
Abdullah,
a hustler.
Abdullah, tomato. Can we go back so the guys that don't remember you from 4 episodes ago when everybody was screaming and yelling and all fucked
Right.
up? That's the Gene Papa episode where he lost his fucking mind.
Oh, dude.
I met that guy for the first time last night, and then he died that night. Right? Is that what happened?
We thought he died. He drove. Yeah. We thought he died. He dies every night.
Yeah, when I left, he was trying to retrieve his keys from you so he could drive his
He did
car.
drive
home.
one.
He's like one of
Whoa.
Odin's goats.
He's like Kenny from South Park. He dies every episode. He just gets so fucked up that he dies, and then we're like, oh, who you killed? We just look at the bottle of Jack Daniels. We're like, you killed Gene. And then he shows back up the next week. I texted him today and I said, are you stopping by to do a bit? I better wait. I better hold off a little
I'll take
bit.
one.
Sure.
Um,
Sorry, Tina.
is that- So I said,
I only do it on
I said,
camera.
do you want to stop by to do your bits? Because it's funny when he does like stand up in here. And he said, I'm in South Korea. And I said, go north. And he is over there. I think he's doing the troops. Like not shows.
He is doing
That's what I was going to say. He's fucking
What's his
every
price?
one of the... Yeah.
All of the North Korean troops.
Yeah.
His
Oh,
price, acceptance.
Dude, he's definitely like, parts of him are hanging in a food market in North Korea right now because that's what they fucking do.
And he's still doing stand-up.
So for our stand-up fanatical fans that don't know you,
Right.
you are on a Vice show called...
Right, so I used to host and produce this show called Bong Appetit, and it's a cannabis cooking show. I did a lot of different cannabis and other natural substances, intoxicating substances related content for Vice for a long time. A lot of weed, definitely. Weed, get Bong Appetit, smokables, all that shit. So like short form, long
Ayahuasca?
form. So there's another guy at Vice who did
Let
all
me
the
hear it.
other crazy
Sativa or
shit.
indica?
This is OG, so it's in between.
It's a hybrid.
It's a hybrid.
Like the viruses you carry.
You said that with a lot of disgust.
I just don't like indica
He's a
so
snob.
much. I like sativa.
Yeah? So it has a little lemon haze in it too, because I mixed that in just to spice things up. So it's not going to make you sleepy, particularly.
Whoa, where do you live, bro? What part of town you in?
I live in East LA.
And you commute to Venice every day?
No. I don't work for Vice anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I stopped working for them like a year ago. Wait, was this news to you guys?
No. No. Jason has this love relationship with Venice.
No, it's
And
a hate
angry.
relationship now.
Why is it hate?
Venice was a cool place once.
It's not cool anymore.
It doesn't seem that cool to
It's
be.
like, oh, there's a
I don't
word on
think it's
this.
ever been cool. I think it's tried to be cool forever.
Oh no, it was actually pretty dope. You know, Venice didn't.
No. When you thought it was cool, it was just full of filthy degenerates.
No, because when you made friends with the filthy degenerates, and then you went to a cookout, there was like
More
celebrities at these fucking cookouts and shit. Like there was a layer of let's keep all the people from Fox Hills out, wherever the fuck it is, and he's afraid to come past here. And when you go in a little deeper, bro, you found some interesting shit up in Brookwood. It's all kind of creeped out though.
So what are you doing with your life now?
So basically now, I just got done working on High Maintenance Season 3, which I acted in and wrote on, and I've done a bunch of stuff with High Maintenance. People don't watch that show out here. People should watch it. It's a really fucking interesting show.
What's it on?
It's on HBO.
So have you basically fallen into all of this stuff? Like you didn't pursue any of this, did you?
So actually, you know what's interesting? So I was originally a music journalist, right? For a long time, that's what I did. I worked for Vice for Noisy and Creators Project. Like, I covered electronic music. And then I started a column, like, on Sundays for Vice.com called Weedicket, right? This was back in 2012. And then that, like, sort of became a thing. It became a web series. I actually left Vice at that point and worked at another place for like a year, a couple years, and then went back to work on Bon Appetit, which was then like a web series. And yeah, like that's sort of what started it. I actually did kind of create this world myself by deciding that I would go all in and be all about weed, right? Because I really fucking love it. You know, I always say that for years I was writing about stuff.
Jason's so upset right now, 'cause he's like, so do I. So do I.
I didn't go all in though. I tried to keep jobs and do stuff.
Yeah, see, for me it was also, I was already working at Vice. You know, it was like a place that sort of, you know, at the time empowered some sort of, you know, like little bit of risk taking in that way in terms of journalism or whatever you want to say. So, you know, I was sort of like, you know what, fuck it, this shit is gonna be legal at some point. And you know what's funny? I was like, at the time in 2012, no one was really expecting like any of those weed legalization ballot initiatives to go through, but I started the column in like October of 2012, and in November, Colorado and Washington legalized weed. Suddenly, people were interested in weed and started reading my shit. You know what I mean? Because of that, and it just was, you know, I like to think it was partially decent content and partially the trend.
Whose idea was Bon Appetit?
So Bon Appetit was developed at Vice, like at Munchies, right? As like a Munchies show. And they did like one episode or two maybe, and then it wasn't really going anywhere. I filled in for a host that wasn't there, and I did an episode, and they were like, "You did a good job." So I started doing the web series with.
That's exactly how you're going to get the host job of this show.
Yeah, right? I'm just going to wait till you fall asleep from this.
I don't think he wants to go backwards in his life.
Wow, why do you have to?
No, man, I don't know. Like,
sell this shit so we can.
Oh
leave.
yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
$3 million.
hey man, because I definitely have $3 million. It's in my Jetta. That. You know,
That's the funniest part about Hollywood. Like everybody thinks you Hollywood fucking celebrity. And Jimmy O Yang last week's talking about how he was driving Uber between
after season one.
After
No way,
season one of
really?
Silicon Valley, between Silicon 1 and Silicon 2. I just read an article about Animal House when they made Animal House. Kevin Bacon, right after he shot it, went straight back to New York and started waiting tables.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
Because
like-
he was like this. You know, that wasn't the break, right, or whatever.
Well,
That's crazy. to
Remember
think
when they
about.
ripped on the dude from the dude that was married to the Huxtable girl on the Cosby Show? 'Cause he
Oh,
was-
Elvin, yeah, for working at Trader
Oh, yeah,
Joe's,
working at
and
Trader
people
Joe's.
came out in his defense.
Okay, so but he got a lot of support. That Elvin guy.
He deserves
Yeah. What
support.
about Arnold from Different Strokes in a security job?
Oh yeah, that's
TMC basically just fucking harassed him for years.
Wait, but
like-
then didn't he do something that got him arrested?
I don't know, but like
Oh man, I don't want to throw
people
that
were
in the ether.
people were bagging
Fuck,
on him
man.
all the time.
Allegedly.
Like all of a sudden, this guy.
Arnold
like,
died, right?
Yeah, I don't know, one of them.
He's
Well,
gotta
like,
be dead.
yeah,
I haven't
small-
seen him in a while.
But no, like he gets bagged on for being a security guard on a lot or something like that, right?
Dude, that-
it's
man,
just like
That's not fair. It is funny to me.
all
that,
labor's righteous, motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
All-
Seriously.
All labor.
And also, you know
Oh, yeah.
that the Elvin guy probably stopped taking
Telemarketers?
royalties off of the Cosby
It's not their
Show,
fault. They're fucking. They don't have. And I'm sorry I checked out of you because I was listening to that.
Right? It's okay.
He's mad at me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
The anger-
bullshit.
the
Yeah, it's
anger's
okay.
directed
I want to
at
see
you.
this play out.
I don't blame the telemarketer. I blame the government for not enforcing the fucking law.
Right.
So fuck that.
Yeah, fuck all of
What
it.
about the guy at the head of the telemarketing company? That's labor.
Again, it goes back.
Dude, apparently he's working overtime
Hey,
because I'm getting
dude.
calls like constantly.
Oh,
with
$5
that.
billion
What the fuck is
into this
going
fucking
on?
voting cycle. But
The
anyways,
RoboCops.
but like the
The
guy,
robocalls.
the guy at the head, the guy, the fucking top douche, he's still playing the game according to the rules. It's the government that's not fucking enforcing the lists.
What about the guys?
Are you on the
that-
do not call list?
What about the guys that are in the government? Are they,
I'm on the
is
do not
that
fly
labor
list.
righteous?
That's the same thing.
If they got, I mean, come on. I said labor. They're not laboring. They're management.
When you go through TSA, do you
Yeah.
feel like you get extra scrutiny?
You know what? They don't really, honestly. Like I make jokes about it all the time, but
They
it's like
probably
especially.
are so sensitive of it.
Yeah, well, here's what I always say. I am a racist TSA guy's opportunity not to be racist, right? Because I don't have an accent or anything. So he might see me and be like, this brown guy's pretty American. Like, I'm a good guy. I'm not a piece of shit TSA guy. I'm going to let this guy through, even though he's brown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's
saying
what
I have a black
worked
friend.
for me. Yeah,
Or
exactly.
I know these
I'm
guys.
their black
I know
friend.
these guys that claim not to be racist. They're like, I got a black wife.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So,
You're
I
like,
got a
whatever. You're a racist anyway, bro.
I got a black wife.
he does.
Oh no shit! Really? I don't know if that makes that funnier or less funny. Here we are.
I love when you're trying not to be racist and then you're racist.
I'm
in a way.
racist. I can't.
I one time
I grew up in New England.
Oh God, are
That's
you a
how it
fucking
goes.
Patriots fan?
Shut up.
I'm a fucking Eagles fan, bro.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's right.
You know
Yeah,
what?
Pittsburgh, but
You know what?
still, yeah.
I'm a fan of discourse and objectivity.
Is that like a
And-
death metal band? Discourse.
and ideas. Fucking, you know, like rooting for a team is the easiest way to get out of being real with somebody.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Jason hates everything.
I still fucking hate you for being. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah,
I'm kidding.
Patriots
Everything.
suck.
I hate it all.
Philadelphia, man,
So-
forever. Greatest
The
city
worst
in America,
fans in
you
the
know?
history of the world.
Yeah. Best
horrible.
sandwiches.
Horrible you
Best,
best sandwich.
best summer desserts, water ice. You got 19
No,
flavors.
No, come on.
Best,
Water ice is just sugar water. It's not
Yeah.
good.
best city
Water.
hall.
They call it
Best
water.
city hall.
How do they say
Best
water?
city hall. Give you
They
that.
say-
Kind of best city
Don't
hall.
they say
though.
water? Water there?
Water ice.
Water. It's like water.
Water.
Yeah, water.
And there was this girl at a party the other day who's from Philly, and she was saying watercress salad over and over again.
Let's play the
She
game.
was
Let's
playing
play
it
the
up.
game. What's the most racist
A
thing?
game?
The most racist thing you've ever done.
Racist thing I've ever
Admit
done.
to the most racist thing you've ever done. Don't say lynching.
No, I
Oh,
mean,
God.
like,
Is there another like? Oh, there we
It's
go.
brand new,
probably
so it's
just
got to
using
break
the
in.
N-word.
Boom.
Like,
Really?
Warming it up.
yeah, I don't.
I'll tell you the most racist thing I've ever done.
I knew you were gonna do
So I grew up in Thailand, right? White people all look the same to me. You know what I'm saying, Eddie? But, like, so came to America. I lived here for several years. I was in college, and I'd blown out my knees. I was wearing a leg brace, and I was flying to San Francisco, right, to visit San Francisco from Philly. And I got on the plane, and I had a middle seat, right? And I thought I can't even barely fit in there with the leg brace. So I sat in the aisle and waited for the person to come, and then I'd be like, "Can I have this seat?" And she came over, and it was like a middle-aged, older Asian woman, right? So I look at her and like signal with my hands so racistly, "Can I switch seats with you? Can I sit in this seat?" You know what I mean? Like she can't speak English. And I'm flying to San Francisco, where Asians have lived for fucking generations. You know, this isn't New York where every Asian person over a certain age, like, definitely is gonna have an accent. You know what I mean? And she was like, "Oh, I guess, Jesus Christ." You know what I mean? And I was like, "Oh fuck, oh god, I'm a fucking racist piece of shit." And I took her aisle seat on top of that.
Here's my racist flight story. I'm on a plane. It's a packed flight to Australia, and I'm in coach. And they said, I get to my seat, and I got friends that work at the airlines and stuff, and I get to my seat, and I've got 3 seats. The whole plane is packed, and I've got 3,
Hell
and the guy
fucking
in front of me has 3. So it's just, he has 3, I have 3, and I'm like, I fucking win, and I'm the last one on the plane. I'm like, this is awesome.
Amazing.
I'm going 3 seats all the way to Australia. I'm gonna lie down. I'm gonna sleep.
Oh, it's to Australia, so
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is a 15-hour
15 hours,
flight?
yeah.
Oh, I just did that flight, and oh my god, this is so crucial.
I'm sitting there. Plane's about to take off. They say we've closed the doors. We're getting ready for takeoff. And all of a sudden, a person appears.
No.
And I'm sitting there going, oh no. Oh no, please be the guy in front of me.
Oh my god.
Please be the guy in front of me. Please, not me. And the guy comes back and looks at the numbers up above, looks down at both seats.
No.
And then he goes to the guy in front of me. He goes, I'm sitting right next to you.
No.
And the guy goes, fuck! Like, no shame at all. He's just like, fuck! And I'm like,
Dude,
so
amazing.
I'm sitting there, and I start building my bed.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
packing cushion, you got like pillows.
You
and
got
the
like a
cracks.
foyer and
I'm
like a
fucking
fucking-
wrapping. I'm asking the flight attendant for more blankets to make this thing. I'm gonna sleep the whole time. While I'm doing this, and I'm on the aisle, I see the guy in front of me look back at me. and he's looking. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention. 2 people came on and sat next to him.
Oh
So
shit! So his ball.
So he's lost his hold. He's looking back at me and he's thinking, "You got 2 empty seats. At least we'd have 1 buffer." And he's looking, and I'm on the aisle, and he keeps looking back, looking forward. He looks back, he looks forward. When he looks forward, I move to the middle. So now I'm like, "No, dude, these are mine. These are mine." So he keeps looking back, and he gives me this look like, "Fuck you, I'm getting that." So I build the bed. As soon as we take off, I just go to sleep.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, "Fuck you, dude. I'm getting my 8 hours of sleep in." You know, that's like hell. That's like it's a prison sentence.
It is.
It's a cylindrical.
Hell, man.
It's a cylindrical prison in the
Yeah.
sky. So I'm sleeping in the middle of my deep, deep sleep. This dude comes up and just smacks my leg. He goes, yo, wake up. I look up and it's this big black dude. And I go, and I'm very angry because I'm like woken from a deep sleep.
Oh, right. This was a racist story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost
And
forgot.
I go, what? And he goes, move over. And I go, no. And he goes, move over. The flight attendant said I could have one of these seats. And I go, okay. And I move over and take the seat. But if he was white, I would have gone, go fuck yourself. This is mine. But my white guilt or my fear of a black person went, oh, okay.
And you know what? He knew that, and he played that card with
He had
you
no
too.
shame at all. He goes, move over. And I was like, move over?
He's like, you don't want me to make a big deal out of this. Instagram exists, bro.
And then, so I
Fuck your
said,
shit now.
so I moved over, as he was like, move over. And I go, I just want you to know, I have a really, really bad gas problem. Like, really fucking bad. And he was like, move over. And I was like, all right. And then I didn't have gas, but I was like, if I fucking can pull up any farts, I'm just going to fart all over this guy.
Oh, man. It is, you cannot hope for anything at that point. When you're in, like, this happened to me on the way to Australia, where it was, the whole flight was full, and it was just me, and there was an empty seat between me and this lady all the way on the end, right? And I was like, yo, like, she was like a meek little woman. I was like, I'm gonna dominate and take this. You know what I mean? I was just an old lady. She was like,
Way to go. Way to take advantage of the elderly. I mean, it's fine to be racist, but geez, you're picking on the elderly?
Yeah, you know, like, I spend all my morality just being so not racist that, you know, I just have
You're
to be
an ageist.
ageist, you know what I mean? It
Hey,
just bleeds over.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
They're sticking around too long.
I
They're,
do- I do
they're
get
drying
mad.
up all of our.
I do get mad
Retirement.
at
Oh,
fat people on
But
planes.
I
get
lost the
mad at
middle
you.
seat.
Well, the thing is,
You're a touch over of what I permit on a plane next to me.
I can sit relaxed, or I can sit relaxed.
Your
You know?
elbows,
relaxed.
your arm's gonna touch me on the plane.
On just to get you to move.
No. You are not built for a coach seat.
No,
You
no,
are-
no,
You
no.
are a little
No.
too large for a coach
I'm built
seat.
for a husky seat.
They don't make those though.
No.
It doesn't make any sense actually that they don't make husky seats for people. Because
Yeah.
I would fucking pay the extra to get one.
They should have husky seats and they should have a child section.
Yeah, and they should bring back the smoking section.
Yeah. and they should have
Yeah, they get
Yeah,
the
they-
technology to keep it in.
Are you allowed to take weed on a plane? I read
You are out of
that you're
California.
allowed to out of California.
Yeah.
However, they said TSA's federal employees, so they can actually bust you.
Yeah, so they're like, you can take it on the flight, but if you're going somewhere where it's sketchy, that's your business. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like if you're
So
flying
you went to
Dubai,
Seattle, you're fine.
yeah, you can go, dude. You can go from legal state to legal state with weed pretty much, and they've never really enforced it that hard. The TSA deprioritized it ages ago.
Really?
And now the LA thing is the first official thing. But yeah, otherwise, I used to be super paranoid about it. 'Cause, you know, I have a super Muslim name. I want to get extra checked and then get in trouble at the airport. But generally, like, you see people do it constantly.
Mm-hmm.
People would bring, you can bring up to a quarter pound and 4 ounces you can bring on a plate of flowers, 7 grams of hash, something like that. Which is a fair amount. I mean, that'll get you through a fucking vacation. You know what I mean?
Vacations are tough.
Do you miss smoking all the time? Or do you still do it?
You know what? I've never been smoking all the time. Well, I guess when I was in the rape college, I did smoke.
You smoked constantly.
Yeah, this was constant.
How is it dealing with a child when you're high?
Well, I wait till he goes to sleep.
You've never been high around him.
I've been high around.
What's it like? Easier?
Oh, easier than being drunk around your kid.
No, you know, like
I think,
it's
which
all the same.
everyone in the world does.
I don't think I've ever been
Drunk around your kid. That's when kids
Yeah.
die. Is when you're drunk around them.
Oh,
You know, like that's when they fucking SIDS and shit. Drunky pop can't hear the fucking kid choking.
I don't know if I updated this show, but they caught the murderer, you know.
Oh, is it official?
It's
the
not
one?
official, but I just ran into a woman.
What murder?
His
There was
neighborhood
my
killer.
neighbor had a neighborhood killer.
Get the fuck out. What neighborhood was that?
Malibu, you know where Malibu Creek State Park is?
Yeah, I do.
There was a guy there just fucking shooting people.
No.
Yeah.
Shooting them from
Yeah,
afar?
with a rifle.
They caught him?
They, from what I heard, they caught him, but they have not released it yet. But
God damn.
But you know, the guy's got a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
And the lawyer's doing everything you can, so you can't fuck up an investigation. You gotta dot all your I's and cross all your T's.
Burden of proof.
Exactly. So they're not releasing anything till everything's. But I've heard. Put it this way: I don't speed through the park anymore like I used to and put my head down.
Do you think that
He
if
shot
we,
at 2 cars.
do you think
I have
that
to drive past it every night, and I'm like, "Fuck, I'm gonna get shot."
This is the
Dude,
target.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's like when the DC sniper was out.
But it's okay. This bus. Is
we had a
bulletproof.
sniper? Do you remember?
Was that?
Yeah, we had this bus built bulletproof.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, I'll give you $4 million. Throwing Damien in the gear.
Like that he wants Damien. You don't
Yeah,
want,
man.
You don't want
These
Rachel.
motherfuckers have to deal, man.
You don't want Rachel Ortegan?
Oh, do you guys come with the van as well?
All of it.
sure.
Whole crew?
Yeah.
$4 mil. Alright, all in.
Throw in a sidekick.
Wouldn't it be great if he had that kind of money and we were
You
talking?
can get a co-host.
You want to go? Still jump in for 4.
Yeah?
Sure.
You're gonna have to audition.
I mean, all right.
Rachel, have you been getting any dick pics lately?
No,
You don't want them though,
I
right?
don't want. Don't you start.
I'm not telling them to do it.
You don't want to have a negative
don't
attachment.
send dick pics to Rachel or Tegan.
Oh god,
Lenny
that
Rose.
is
Tegan,
that's terrible.
Tegan does not
I
want
see
dick
what you have
pics
to
either.
deal with here.
Have you ever gotten a dick pic before?
No.
Well, you might now. What's your where do people send dick pics?
Instagram.
They do?
Snapchat?
Oh, because
Well,
they go
Instagram
away.
has a Snapchat feature now, too.
917.
So some random can just send you a dick pic.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I got that vagina pic from Rafina's fan.
Oh,
It turned
yeah.
out to be a dude.
Transgender.
Oh, it was a mangina?
Yeah, transgender was showing me her vagina
Reverse
a
fruit
lot.
basket?
Yeah.
What was it like?
I would have liked it, except I didn't like the nails on her fingers that were like pulling back the hood.
Oh,
She had those like stripper fucking like
Epoxy nails, like blue ones,
Yeah, the ones that look like
Big.
yeah,
big fucking
the ones that look like the guy in The Last Dragon.
eye injury.
Anybody get that reference?
Yeah, dude.
Nope.
Is that Bruce Lee?
The glow, the green
No, It
glow.
was a show about. It was a movie about Bruce Leroy.
No, it was a black dude that knew kung fu.
His name was Bruce Leroy.
His name was Bruce Lee.
Oh,
He was
no.
badass, and he had a green glow, and the bad guy had a red glow.
When is this movie from?
The 80s.
80s.
It was like
Six?
pre Karate Kid.
I loved it when he
Era.
when he escaped out of the
Can
movie
anybody
theater and he
pull
ran
up?
down the.
Can anybody pull up what the song was from The Last Dragon?
yep.
Oh, is the rhythm's gonna get you? Or
Oh, yeah.
it was, no, it's
To the beat of the rhythm of the night, listen till the morning light. Forget about your worries on the side. We're leaving them all behind.
Wow.
Pull it up.
All the words. Are you guys gonna get sued now?
El DeBarge?
It was El DeBarge.
Oh my god, you wanna know something interesting? DeBarge, shit did not go well for him later in life, man. Am I thinking of the right person?
Hey, dude, anybody
Is
that
it
works for a
DeBarge? I think it
record
was
label,
DeBarge.
I think you're thinking
You could
Milli
say that.
Vanilli.
No. I think it was DeBarge. Oh yeah, one of the poor guys from Vanilli died. They
How'd he
didn't even
die?
do anything that bad. I think drugs. But DeBarge, I think. Can you guys verify these kinds of things? Is that a special request that I'm making here?
No.
Oh my God, is this the video? It is.
Yeah. Bruce Leroy. This
Look.
is the extended. This is the extended version. It's got all this like needed.
Look! There's the red glow. Jason was right.
Oh, that's not the.
This is a classic. I don't remember this song.
No, this isn't the romance song. Like,
This is the original, I think it's the first song in it.
Here's the red glow. Let's see when the green glow comes up. You remember this scene?
oh yeah, I remember all the scenes. Hey, this is my mom and dad are getting new carpet.
It's a nice looking pattern.
You like that? It's
Yeah.
called.
Trails in the sand.
No, it's called.
Would you find that on YouTube?
Yeah.
It's called Famous. That's a color.
Why?
That's the name of it.
No offense, Jason, but why are you in on that?
Just
They sent a link to a
Look.
Google image of a fucking carpet panel.
look, man. My dad is 81,
Well, that's I guess pretty
and
advanced.
and
for
my
him.
mom. Like it's just they don't have much going on. I'm sorry.
Anyhow, you guys can't just all be looking at your phone. Is that always what? Is that?
Take over the hosting.
All right, guys. So
Here we go.
tonight on the Bingle Show, we've got a number of copyright infringements, various songs, of artists of all different calibers
Feels
being
like
ripped off.
The world is on your
Gloria
shoulders.
Estefan. Gloria Estefan?
DeBarge.
No, DeBarge.
Oh,
They
DeBarge,
obviously
man.
don't.
Look at him.
But you know what Gloria Estefan song I'm thinking of? Get on your
right there.
feet. It sounds exactly the fucking same, right? And it is like his karaoke show. Anyhow, I gotta keep it going because these guys are just gonna be doing this. So anyhow,
It's a good time for
I'm going
it's a
on
beautiful
first.
night here in Los Angeles.
Here we go.
In this
Get in on
neighborhood
it,
that we're in. And give it up for the Bingle Show singers. They've been working really hard for weeks on this lip sync that they're doing. Yeah. I know there's parts of the dance that are a little risky for them. They're not gonna do. There's just Eddie does a spin move at one point.
I love that song. I love that.
One time I
movie.
was hammered and I tried to do the worm,
Oh god.
You know you
and
get
I
tested.
just jumped up in the air,
That's when people try to
And-
do the worm.
landed on my face. I just went
Oh.
straight in. My arms just went. They didn't even. My hand,
boy.
like I just.
You know you can get a thing called testicle torsion from doing the worm. I read that when I used to breakdance. So what happens is
He did a lot of research when he was full-on breakdancing.
basically your
Make sure he was cutting edge.
torsion. So your testicle spins, and it's on the vas deferens, And so when the vas deferens spins, then your nuts making.
Do you feel it anytime?
Hold on. The nuts making the sperm, right? But it can't then get out
So
through
the
the
ball
vas.
swells up.
The ball swells up, so you have this giant fucking ball in your sack. So there's a guy named
Too much
Asher.
testosterone.
So hold on, there's a
Can we all
guy.
take a second to check if our balls are twisted right now?
Good, I checked
So there's a
before
guy
I came
named
on.
Asher Trelevin who's a comic in Australia, and he had it happen, and he showed it to me. He was in the bathroom, he pulled it out, and I used to make him pull it out for everyone. And I'm like, you got to show
Yeah.
everybody your ball. It was basically, he basically had a baseball size nut in his sack. It was so fucking big, and they would drain it, and it would come back.
Oh.
But the last time I
When
saw
they
him,
drained it, was he like, oh? Like, does that feel like so fucking good? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just like the biggest load right out of your ball. No, it doesn't have to go through the crazy
should be a
straw,
genre.
the crazy straw that is
Straight
the
from the
inside
tap.
of your penis. All it has to do is just like right out of the ball.
It's like mainlining.
Yeah,
You're
man.
like, I'm fucking going straight to the
out.
ball.
Just pull it straight out, bro. Just pull it straight out of the ball. You know what I mean? Oh, God. Wow, so this is possible now in this day and age. You can have your nuts pulled
You made
right out of your
so
balls.
many things
You
that
made
can
this
happen
up.
down there, man.
Yeah.
Did you know you can poop through your dick?
Okay, look, that is an
Aren't you glad you're here?
wives'
Aren't
tale.
you glad
That's
you're
from
here?
weird New Jersey, my friend.
Fecal urea.
No.
That's disgusting.
No, Jason, remember I used to talk about this all the time.
Nah.
Poo pencils.
No, that's different. That's when you're banging somebody and poo gets stuffed up your dick. No,
Right.
fecal urea is when you get a cyst on your colon and it grows a little bridge to your urethra. So you can poop leaks from your colon into your
You
urinary
can't tell me
Let me
that
just
that's
tell you.
Look it
not
up, fecal
like
urea. There's
that's
a
not
way
like
to
a
do that.
voodoo curse. You know what I mean? That sounds like a thing that's like.
It's
you
just
think
bad
it's-
eating, probably. Like, 'cause it happens in trailer parks a lot.
Okay, let me just tell you, if it ever happens to me, I don't need any money. Just show because I'm dead. I've just
Yeah.
killed out of my dick. I'm not even going to the doctors. Jumping off the nearest cliff. There's
Yeah.
no like.
It's a really unsettling
this.
thought.
It's like a minor thing.
You know?
minor
Yeah.
shit coming out of your dick. If anybody out there listening has ever had shit come out of their dick, please message us.
If anybody is
Send a picture to Rachel.
if you've ever suffered
man.
with fecal urea,
Brutal.
Google poo pencil and see if it comes up.
that's different.
No.
Poop pencil's self-inflicted. Fecal urea is lifestyle and like
I just don't
disease.
believe that.
What's
you can
the next
pack
topic
shit up
on your
urethra.
sheet?
When we get on these, we stay here for a while.
All right, well let's
Buckle
do
up,
it then.
buckle
Let's
up.
fucking get in
What do
there.
you like
then.
to talk about?
Poo pencil. I want to know
Oh,
if it exists.
I don't want to
Talking
see
about
this.
pencil thin poop.
Yeah, and it goes. So they fuck. It goes down their dick hole, and then when they piss, the shit comes out of their pee hole, and it's like the size of a pencil.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm
Well,
talking
my
about.
testicles just retracted into my body, and never to return from hearing that description. So thank you.
Did you find it?
It's like there's a bunch of different shit on it.
Did you look up fecal urea?
No.
Jesus Christ, a medical term you're afraid to look up.
Tegan.
You look up poop
Relax.
pencil.
Tegan has it. Yeah. Don't get angry.
Fecal analysis of ammonia, urea,
Here, take a mic. Take a mic.
Fecal urea.
Read it. Read it.
Bad reader, so
Jason, let him read it.
no, you can read it. I'm a terrible reader.
No, that's not. Here, you didn't spell urea right.
It came up though. It's right there.
Fecal
Like you can spell urea.
urea. See that? It's one word. It's not two words.
Oh, sorry, I put an E where there's an
Yeah,
I.
see, there you go. Read that. You want to read that? Fecal urea is the mixture of feces and urine that is passed from the urethra due to a fistula between
Oh,
the
I know what a
intestinal
fistula
tract and the
is.
bladder. A fistula is an abnormal passage that leads from an abscess or hollow organ to the body surface,
Not
or
cool,
from one
nature.
hollow organ to
No.
another.
You know,
So that's what happens is you get a fistula.
That's when I like wake
that's
up.
my cousin's name.
Little fistula comes over
I'm-
from the fucking colon.
I'm grateful every day. I wake up and all the shit that's going wrong in my life, I'm like, still not pissing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
No fistula.
But shitting piss, I mean, that just happens sometimes.
Yeah, that
You know
happened.
what I mean?
That happened today.
That's a part of, yeah, right? That's
Yeah.
a part of life. That's like fucking,
That was a hard party.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
Or you just eat without the care of consequences.
Or
Do you still do that? Do you guys still eat without care of consequences?
No.
I get that
Yeah.
shit up.
I do it
used to.
sometimes.
I used to.
I eat emotionally. That's different, right?
Yeah.
Similar.
What's your emotional eating like?
Late.
What do you do?
Oh,
God,
you know what
this
I'd like?
sounds
If there's like,
Sorted.
if there's like chocolate chip cookie dough in the freezer.
Is it gross? Is it like
Do
watching?
you eat it
like-
raw?
Is it like watching a porno? Watching
Yeah,
you eat it.
it's probably a fetish for some people watching.
Like,
what
could
I
we
do.
film
Good
you
grief.
and people would get off on it?
No, what I do is I take a lot of little chips to make myself feel better, like I'm taking smaller pieces.
The calories.
But then you finish the whole thing.
It depends on what happened.
Do you have self-control?
Sometimes,
I can't stop.
sometimes I
You put
can't.
sugar in front of me.
Like,
I don't like sugar that much. I
Kind
feel
of
like
fucking human being are you?
a very skinny one, man. And you know, I'm a brown person of
Yeah.
the South Asian subcontinent, so I feel like
You guys didn't like sugar much?
no, I mean I feel like we like sugar just as much as the next guy, but I feel like there's like you know, like a history of you know kind of healthy food. What am I talking about?
I don't know,
Pakistani
man.
food
You
is
just
so
got
unhealthy.
really high.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Yeah, no, I was thinking a lot more than I was talking. But basically, you know, Pakistani food is actually pretty unhealthy. But like Indian food is like the vegetarian stuff is like that's good for you. That'll have you like pooping like perfect.
Green streams.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Green.
Who did I
screens.
just hear
Dreams
talking
are
about?
made of these.
Oh, it was on Rogan. Kelly Slater was talking about doing this like cleanse, where after you do the cleanse for like 10 days, the last couple days you start shitting out this green shit.
Yeah, I've
that's
heard
been
this,
inside
right?
you forever, and it's like it's been sitting in you for like years.
I pooped a crayon.
A what?
That's from years ago, huh? Or was it just like the
No,
crayon
yeah.
wrapper?
Yeah, I
A
did.
crayon.
Yeah, I pooped a crayon once.
What? Do you, like this week?
No, this is back in the 90s.
90s. You were
I
pretty
did a
old.
cleanse and I did a crayon.
Wait a minute. The 90s. You were in high school,
Yeah.
and you pooped a crayon in high school.
Well, I think it was an old crayon.
How long did it sit in you?
I don't know.
Did
Wait,
you,
is this true?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say, man,
it is.
because that like you should report that to like the Medical Oddities Museum. That's
Do you have a
fucking-
Jason's Horrible Life for us? 2 weeks in a row.
It's not like I have a job on this show or anything. What the fuck? My horrible life is.
Everybody counted on it this week.
No, you didn't.
Jason, it's everybody's favorite part of the show.
It is not.
Let's all vote. What's your favorite part of the show?
Jason's Horrible Life.
Damien, what's your favorite part of the show?
Jason's horrible life.
Rachel, what's your favorite part of the show? And
All
mine
right.
too.
Don't come
I vote
inside a
for
woman.
Ted Cruz.
Ever. That's my life. Don't do it.
Wait, so can I ask you? Can I ask you guys questions? You're a comedian too, right, Jason?
Something.
Yeah. All right, I'll take it. So I just started doing comedy. You guys get? I want advice.
doing
I want
stand-up?
pointers. I
He's
just
a
started doing
stand-up
stand up.
I'll get another.
Yeah.
I'm billing you another $1 million.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So 5 for the crew and the van and this advice.
Again, why would you
All
want to
right.
go backwards in your career,
Yeah.
man?
That's an interesting question. So I definitely at this point don't need to do stand up, but like I really enjoy it as a thing. Like I've played music in my life. I used
What
to
kind of
rap. I played punk music for a long time. And I also rapped, for a minute in the early 2000s and that. I made rap music for a long time, and it's like. I don't know. I've done a lot of things. I've been on camera, done all that shit, and doing stand up is so fun, and it kind of like makes you so fucking nervous, and it's like the elements of all those things, the fun I have with them, like turned up to 10. You know what I mean? Like when it's good, it's like it's real
It's
good.
a giant adrenaline rush.
Yeah, basically. And also the thing that was encouraging was, comedians telling me that I could do it, including you. Thank you so much. I don't know if you even
I
remember
start this?
saying it to me, but I was like, I told you I would like just started doing stand up, and you were like, oh, you're funny, fuck, you'll be fine. And it meant, oh, Jesus Christ.
I know.
I was trying to exalt you. You just
You did,
humiliate
and I-
yourself like a child.
You did.
What
and
is this?
Look, when I get a compliment, I get excited. I get excited, and I
That was perfect,
and
bro.
I think shit came out of my fistula.
Abdullah, did you do comedy in Australia recently?
Oh yeah, I did. I did comedy in Australia recently.
Where did you do it? I
So-
like how she sets up the question, he answers it like,
Yeah.
I need to reset the question since
Yeah.
she's not
Yeah.
on
Oh wow, I
microphone.
just
No,
did
that's
that on
right.
fucking instinct
That's
because I
good.
knew you
Yeah,
didn't have a
no,
microphone.
yeah.
Isn't that funny? I was in Australia with Jade Catapretta, my
Oh,
friend
yeah.
and
Oh, we know
comedian.
Jade.
Yeah, so she was on tour there, and I tagged along with her, and she was like, "You should come, and I'll put you on to some shows." At the time, so I'd basically done like just a couple things. I was on My Diary, which is run by the incredible Lindsay Ames, really cool person and really awesome show, and it was like this really dope show. And Eric Andre was headlining, and Doug
In
Pound.
Australia?
No, this was
Oh.
in here in LA at Dynasty Typewriter, and I did the first story thing on it, right? And like the other comedians and people there were like, "Oh, you're a pretty funny guy," and I took that casual, like, "good job" as like I should fucking start doing comedy, right? So then Lindsay got me another little show that I did, and then we were at the Savage Henry Festival. Do you guys know Savage Henry up in Humboldt? It's like a comedy magazine, but there's a really interesting comedy scene in Humboldt
Oh, I imagine.
up there. Yeah, it's really cool. And so they have this festival. So my podcast was doing a live episode there, and I was like, give me like 10 minutes there. And then it was 10 minutes, And I was like, oh my God, I have to like make 10 minutes
Really
of
do it.
jokes. And then I did it. You know, I've been writing jokes in my drafts, my Gmail drafts for like years. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of jokes in there. So it's like, I just pieced together, okay, what'll work? And I did that set, and it was good.
Do you want to do your set to the camera?
Yeah. All right, here we go. all right.
Gene
All right.
Pompa comes on and does it.
So basically, you know, I did that, and then I went with Jade, and that was like a fucking what?
Jason wants you to do a
Give
minute.
me like a 1 minute timer.
Give us one bit.
All right, let me think of a
This is
bit.
a terrible thing to do.
All right.
As a comedian, I'm a horrible human being
All right,
for doing this.
I'll do
I'm
it, but
a
I'll think-
horrible
it's all
person
good.
for doing this.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
the worst
But
thing I
I'm
could
gonna
ever
try
do.
out. I'm gonna try something new that I wrote down the other day.
Okay.
But so
New bits. It's Lachlan's new bits.
you can't interrupt me though, Jason. Okay.
Yeah, you can't interrupt them.
Yeah.
Unless
So
you want to do crosstalk.
so
Give me
basically,
one more.
so you know how here out in Los Angeles, there's like Tupac is like a god here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like huge. I'm not used to that because I'm from the East Coast, where you know we have other gods, even Biggie and you know Mobb Deep and whatever. But out here, everybody worships Tupac. And how many of you guys specifically think that Tupac is still alive? By show of hands. Yeah, right. See, it's prevalent. You still have some deniers out there, obviously. But it's still, you know, a very real thing to people. The conspiracy theory, Tupac is still alive. Nobody makes a conspiracy theory about Biggie still being alive. You know, what the fuck is that about? He was shot too and he died, but no one's saying that he's sitting on an island with fucking Fidel Castro and Hitler or whoever else, you know, is still alive somewhere, right? It's probably because they figure Biggie would have fucking died of a heart attack 5 years later anyway to survive that shooting. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. I guess the end of that bit it doesn't work as well.
I regret telling you that you should get into stand-up.
No, you know what? I got to test that out though, so I'm
No, it's
I'm
good.
glad.
It's the 4 people.
I'll take it. Now to never do that joke again. There's a record of it. I feel like I fucked it up at the end too.
I have so many jokes. I've been doing it 24 years. I have so many jokes that in my head are the funniest thing in the world. And I get on stage and the audience stares at me. And I'm like, why does no one else find this funny? I find this so fucking fun. I still have this joke I've been working on forever about how the age of consensual sex is different state by state, which is weird because it's arbitrary. You know,
Right.
that people like sit down and they're like, all right, what, 16? 18?
Yeah.
No, 18. How about, let's, come on, let's 17. You go with 7? All right, 17. Like, there's a bunch of guys that sit around and do that. And I said, it shouldn't be age. It should be based on maturity. Because it doesn't matter how old you are. It's how mature you are if you're ready to have sex. Like,
I feel like age should still be involved there
no,
somewhere,
I
right?
don't. I don't, because I think there were girls like
Like
that were-
Mozart wrote his first symphony at like age 7.
Why does everyone always throw that example in as a justification for pedophilia?
Mozart, poor bugger.
Because when Jason wrote that theory about Mozart on his blog, all the other pedophiles picked it up. No, what the bit is about how that's not even the bit. The bit gets to how it's different state by state, and the maturity level. Like some girls were like when you were in high school, you knew that girl that was like ready to have sex. Like she was like dating like Vietnam vets. She'd leave school early because her boyfriend would pick her up in the Trans Am and just
I
take
thought
off.
I knew this girl until the Vietnam vets
Yeah.
thing.
And then there are girls that are like in their 30s that aren't mature enough to have sex. They lose their keys every fucking week, you know.
When Eddie and I were in high school, Vietnam vets were still dating.
Oh yeah,
No, they
right.
were.
In my mind, I'm like, you mean people's grandpas? Like, dating Vietnam vets.
But I said the age of consensual sex is kind of like wind chill factor. Like she's She's 16, but she feels like she's 30.
Jesus Christ.
I can't get the joke to work.
It's too fucked up, man.
I think I need to say it the other way. She's 30, but feels like she's 16. Like I'm saying.
That's even worse.
No, there's something there.
We should switch to news.
We're not doing
No,
news.
no, just in
Yeah,
life.
Jesus.
Just switch to news.
Republicans
We should
control
just
everything.
become a
That's
news
pretty
reader.
fucking news.
No,
This
we should
episode's
switch.
depressing.
Next week, the Bingle Show is going to be a newsreader show. No jokes, no fun.
Yeah, no fun. No,
Just-
this is a super fun place, man.
Just ratings and downloads.
Yeah.
This is just so weird that we sit in a bus in a parking lot at a comedy club.
Yeah, you just got high in the parking lot of a bus.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's like, so can you just like roll in there and hang out and there's comedians telling jokes and stuff? Like,
Oh my God,
they're
that
standing up
laugh.
on stage. Yeah, wow.
What the
How did I
fuck
do
was
that?
Breathe.
My
Get that out
God.
of jail.
That's the Dom
Shit.
DeLuise.
Oh, well, that laugh came out so strong. I thought you were going to be like 20 pounds
No,
lighter.
like, because in my head, I saw like, it was like, I had this cartoon image of like comedians just like telling jokes in the corners of like all parts of the, it's different.
Hey, I was at a
inside
party the
here.
other night with a producer, and I told him your Cannonball Run idea.
Yeah?
And he's like, when can we meet?
Let's do it.
What, a sequel?
Cannonball Run of podcasts.
Jason wants to get all the podcasts to get a vehicle and drive across the country, and we stop at comedy clubs on the way, and you do sets, and that's how the audience votes, and you get like points basically
Yeah.
that let you start earlier.
Because
the
you all
next
stay
day.
in the hotel and then
So
do
like
this continental
each day's a
breakfast
stage.
together.
Like the first show would be in Arizona. You'd go here to Phoenix. In Phoenix, you do a show, and
Your start
so
time the next
like you get
day.
in, and then your start time is like when you go on the comedy show. Like how like you have times. So let's say it took you 6 hours to get there, but it took them 8 hours. You're 2 hours ahead of them already. Well, you go up and perform. You can whittle off time if you like win the show.
I mean, that's actually like a TV show if you think about it.
Yeah, that's what he is. He's a TV producer.
Like you get the national fan
and
base
then you go to the
watching
next
and
town.
voting and shit.
But everybody podcasts the whole way. Like we'd sit in here and talk shit while we go to Arizona, and then you go to the next town, and then someone gets kidnapped, and you gotta save them.
Yeah, I'm still with you. What happens
What?
next?
Hey, you got a podcast still?
What's that?
You still have a podcast?
Yeah, I do a podcast called Great Moments in Weed History with my buddy David Bienenstock. And what it is, it's
Great moments in weed history.
Yeah,
Great
yeah, it's
moments
great
in
moments in
weed
weed history.
history.
So, like, for example, like Carl Sagan was a huge, cannabis user,
Sure.
but it was a secret for a long time. And we have one episode about that. Fela Kuti was like a big cannabis guy. He actually started his own country inside Nigeria, right, where weed was legal. And then they dragged him off to jail. And he had to, no lie, steal human shit in order to get out of prison. I'm not going to explain how that works because you got to listen to the fucking episode. Boom!
How do you find it?
Promoed. It's on Spotify. It's on iTunes.
Right.
It's on
Most important,
SoundCloud.
I know
all that.
why America weed is illegal, but I would think countries like Nigeria wouldn't give two fucks.
Well, you know what? It was because there was a global agreement to prohibit certain drugs, and America at the
Led
time
that agreement?
It was to combat opium addiction, but America insisted on having cannabis on there, despite the fact that places like India, they use cannabis ceremonially, religiously.
Who had the boner against marijuana from the start?
America.
William Randolph Hearst.
Was that?
William Randolph Hearst,
Yeah.
and his Andrew Mellon's and his nephew Henry Ainslinger. These
Basically,
are
the paper mill companies. all
the
the
DuPont family.
Why were they
yeah.
so against it? Were they involved in tobacco?
Well, yeah,
or-
no, because they were involved in things like, DuPont was making things like nylon, which is
So hemp.
synthetic
Yeah,
fabric.
we could dump oil.
Hemp is very
if we-
useful, so it's very Jesus fucking Christ.
We can make
Where's the fire?
plastic, fuel, fucking.
You can make textiles.
Everything.
You can make flame retardant building materials.
I was hoping you were going to say flame
California.
throwers. And I was
You
like,
can also make flamethrowers. But no, hemp is incredibly useful, and that makes it a challenge to a lot of different products and industries.
Oil companies.
Yeah, and for
paper
example,
companies.
little known fact, the Model T was built to run on ethanol originally, hemp-based, corn-based
Yeah.
ethanol. And but the Rockefeller and shit, all the oil tycoons were like, no, You got to make your car run on the shit that only we can get. Because, if they're going to make something that's going to revolutionize the world and be in every driveway in America. They didn't have driveways yet, actually. It was before cars, right? But still, they were like, it's got to run on... You can't just grow the fuel in your backyard. We can't let people do that. We've had the ability to use ethanol forever. Imagine that we could have used hemp-based plastics this whole time.
Yeah.
Biodegradable plastic. We would not have a garbage island in the Pacific. Real talk.
It's not even an island. It's just a sludge.
What are some of the comments?
What's up?
They're asking if Abdullah knows anything except weed facts.
No. What the fuck? Why
said
would
that?
you bring on a weed guy for non-weed facts, people?
Quinn McTiernan.
Quinn McTiernan, good question.
Quinn McTiernan? You sound like
Is there anything else you know about?
I know some stuff about 90s rap music.
Oh, yeah, we know that. Will you see that from your...
Huh?
Why? You
No,
just
I'm not
scared the
going to rap.
shit out
This
of me.
isn't... that he made me do a joke, and that didn't pan out great, so I'm not doing a rap.
Please do a rap.
No, I'm not doing it.
Please.
I'm not doing the rap.
I'll do it
No,
with you.
Damien, don't betray me, bro. You're on my side this whole time. This is my guy.
If Jason and I do the chorus to the rap, and we'll sing it,
No, you guys have to rap as much as me.
we don't know how to rap.
Yeah, no, you have to
Jason
put
can.
on a beat, and then all you guys have to do 8 bars, and I'll do.
Can anybody
I'll
get a
freestyle.
beat?
No, hold on, Aaron.
Jason's gonna get a beat
Hold
going.
on, hold on. Beat
It's
coming.
gonna be a silly freestyle, though,
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
but it's gonna be meaningful, and it's gonna capture
And it has to
who
be
you
about
guys
weed.
are. It has to be about the Bingle Show. It has to be about weed.
That's a weird beat.
What is that, dude? I was gonna do like a.
Yeah, it's like a
Wow.
trap beat. Oh, both of you guys with your like. Oh, did you program that beat?
Yeah, I liked it together. Okay.
All right, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah. On the Bingle Show, chilling with my bros. Me and Eddie, Jason, and these guys, they're all really cool. We hanging out, and I'm sipping water, and I'm ashing in a thing, it's called a beer bottle. And then I'm sitting on this couch, and it's really cozy. And I'm gonna buy this thing, cause I got mad fucking money. I'm gonna chill, speaking to this microphone. Who knows how many comedians DNA in this shit. And now it's up on my lips. It's been like 45 minutes and it feels like a year. Sitting in this fucking van, man, drinking empty beers and hanging with my man. He's got mad tattoos and he doesn't say shit, man. He's scaring the shit out of me. Is this guy like the fucking enforcer? What's going on, man? Why your sleeves so tight, huh? Yeah, that's my 8 bars. Dropping raps on the motherfucking Bingle Show here in the valley. Where are we again? Oh, God. What was that horrible sound at the end? Was that Jason singing? Jesus.
All right, I gotta go. My babysitter's gonna be home.
Are you
I
serious?
gotta go. Yeah. I gotta
That is the worst
Before you leave.
excuse.
I gotta go relieve the babysitter.
Before you leave, will you promise that next week? Am I here next week?
I don't
We have a show?
know if we're here.
Yeah, I'm here next week.
I may not be.
Why?
No, I don't leave until I'll be. I can make 13th
Okay, we've all got them committed. Well, you're gonna please have.
because I'm leaving the 15th.
Okay, we got it. That's 2 days from there. Can you please have Jason's Horrible Life?
I'll have
ready?
something really interesting. I
Is there a
promise.
Leo's taco truck like pretty close to here? Right?
Leo's?
Yeah.
There's a Rubens by me,
Oh, yeah?
but you're going east.
Why are you guys so particular about your taco truck?
Oh man, but that tacos out here, they got fucking good tacos out here,
Kogi,
man.
you've had the Roy Choi? Yeah?
But how much?
No,
would,
I haven't actually.
How much would you love to have a Philly cheesesteak, though?
You know what? I would take the variety of awesome tacos and Mexican food over the Philly cheesesteak.
No fucking way.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get shit for that in Philly, but honestly, in Philly, even like I lived like near the Vietnamese neighborhood, and I would eat
It's
a lot
really
of
the
that
woulda.
shit. It's
It's all
really
the
the
woulda.
water.
It's the
Water.
Woulda.
Water.
You
It's
know,
all the
Tommy, I
water.
think there's something in the water that's making everybody
No, the water in the
crazy
bread.
in Philly.
That's why it's good. It's the,
There's
the
like
East
weird
Coast
fish
food, it's just
hormones in the water in Philly. For real. All the fish like switch genders willy-nilly
Amphibians.
because of all the hormones in the water.
Not fish.
What?
Yeah, the fish, dude.
No.
In Philly, in the Schuylkill River. Schuylkill.
Google.
Schuylkill.
It's Google.
This is the central debate in the Pennsylvania legislature, is whether to call it Schuylkill or Schuylkill.
It's Google. I've always known it's Google.
Yeah, but everyone in South Philly calls it the Schuylkill.
The Schuylkill.
And granted, none of them have finished like middle school, but
Let me call
you know.
Vince Papali and see what he thinks.
oh yeah, the legend. That's crazy. They should do open tryouts for the Eagles again. You know how many people would die? How many Philadelphians would die? They'd be like, I got this. Yeah, I've been punching that fucking bag in the basement like all summer. It's going to be great. I'm going to be fine.
Did you see the guy after the Super Bowl in the when they were all like rioting in the streets and he ate horse shit off the
Oh,
ground?
yeah, man. Oh, God. Philadelphia, why?
Yeah.
But you know, Will Smith is coming back up, which is a good thing for Philly. He's like, he reps Philly hard. And
He's my
like,
neighbor.
get out of here,
Swear to
really?
God. He lives about a quarter mile away from me.
Is he chill? Does he say what's up
I've
and
never
stuff?
seen him or met him.
Yeah, is he still really Philly? Does he like smoke like Dutch Masters? like,
I've never seen him ever.
yeah.
I've seen his kids, but I've never seen him.
Oh no shit, that's wild, man.
Yeah, and we have like a very neighborhoody neighborhood.
They're like the new Kennedys, man.
Well,
They're like the
I
coolest
mean,
family.
to be fair,
He's kind of out
he's
of the.
black.
No, but
And your neighborhood's kind of white
it's
neighborhood.
not true at all.
Yeah, but he's
Paula
fucking
Patton
Will
lives in my
Smith, dude.
neighborhood.
Okay, well, how far away?
4 houses.
Okay, name more.
Black people.
Yeah.
So you're like rich.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Damn.
I've got like 7 more
This-
black people. I've got Leroy. I've got Tyrone. I have.
You're pulling up fucking
Yeah,
Google
you're just
hunting on me.
Are you
dude.
just
What is
making up
this?
black people names?
He's using really
Do those
racist
That's
terms.
even
Wait a minute.
more racist
Do
than not
those-
having any black
Do
friends.
those sound like black names?
Leroy and Tyrone? Yeah,
Yeah.
they sound like stereotypical black names.
So don't you think that they're probably real black people then?
Those are Celtic.
that's like
names,
saying
though.
like, oh, I know Muslims. I know a guy named Abdullah.
I don't, but I know a guy named Muhammad.
Yeah, that's just as
He doesn't
bad.
live in my neighborhood. We won't let them. There's
Oh, we'll get in.
we let blacks.
Oh,
Bro,
shit.
we will get
What's
in.
wrong?
Oh, look.
What happened?
Nothing.
What do you mean? No upcoming events?
No,
Remind
no,
us-
see this right down here, man.
What?
That right here, like where we're at with our house. And we
Wait. Did they get the number?
204.
So they got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
They
that
got the
happened like
majority.
Yeah.
before. I was listening
was
on the
obviously
radio
gonna
before I got
happen.
in here.
And we can't talk about this because it's
I was
gonna be like
having
right.
It's gonna be like 5 weeks from now. It's like
Nobody cares.
this episode might not get released.
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh
I'm
shit.
just kidding.
What did I say? Did I say anything?
It was
fucked
the
up?
racist shit.
Really? Did I say a lot of racist
No,
stuff?
you just said you trash cheesesteaks.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, scrap it. I can't have that. No, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck either.
I got it balanced.
Hey, who's that? Tell him to shut up.
So can I like go in the place and hang out?
Oh, yeah.
And watch it?
Yeah, but you can't go in there. No,
can
you
go in
can't
this
go
one.
watch.
I can show you.
I can't go watch. Oh, you?
You
So-
can sneak in. Do you sneak into shows?
Yeah. Oh, that would be cool.
What do
Okay,
you do,
so you
just
can
walk
hang
in
out
like
in
you-
in this bar area, generally speaking.
No, you can go right back and then cut to the left and sit in the back like Damien and I did, or you can cut.
Where do you guys do it? In the lab or do you do it in the main room?
Main room, but you can do it in the lab too. And
Okay.
sit at the bar.
Great.
Do I hear someone out there like yelling my name?
Wait, who's the big name tonight? Who's?
I think Theo in the lab.
Oh no
and
shit.
Then Red Band Show just finished there. I don't know who else is there.
Cool. Oh yeah, you didn't give me shit for advice about being a stand-up comedian yet.
Yeah, I did. I told you to quit.
Yeah. And I asked, why would you want to go backwards?
Oh yeah. Oh man. So yeah, I want to answer this question. So I feel like I talked about it a little bit, but I got a little bit more to say about it. You know, like I was about to like take classes and like do the whole thing. And you know, it's funny.
Don't
like,
take classes.
Yeah, I think it's probably cool for a lot of people, but just for the kind of guy I am, like I wing everything
Yeah.
in my fucking life,
Yeah.
man. I mean, that's a funny thing. Like I don't prepare for shit. I just fucking go do it. You know what I mean? And that's like whether it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? Because like you're not gonna know until you fucking try, and it's like worked out, you know, the times I've needed it to, and sometimes
It's called
it doesn't.
being
But
available.
yeah, you know, and that's why I always say, if somebody says to me, "Can you do this?" and in my mind I'm like 40% sure that I can do it, I say yes, absolutely. That's seriously, that's actually my approach.
MMA fighting.
No, I'm not. I'm like
35.
Dude, bro, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like 0.1% sure I could do anything.
There was a
MMA
time when I was
fighting.
like, yeah.
You were being available for MMA
I was
fighting.
available at one point, and those days are
I
over.
cannot be available for that.
I'm too old
business.
for that shit.
Yeah. No, but in
It
general,
hurts.
man.
I had Jason wrestle an MMA fighter on the show.
Really?
Yeah, he
Oh,
got
boy.
me.
No, you did well though.
He hurt me though.
Yeah.
Lucky Luciano.
Luciano Ortiz.
What?
He
He's at 10th
The
planet.
1920s gangster?
he
Luciano Ortiz.
Jason
Oh.
tapped out in what?
Oh, I see.
One.
Like I went almost a minute, I think.
Yeah.
Really?
But he got the fucking.
You fucked that guy for a whole minute?
He gave him the electric chair.
I can't even go that long anymore.
How
All
long
right.
is it when you have sex with your wife? How long do you go?
I can't. She listens to the show.
Oh.
I mean, well, you might as well answer his question now. I mean, it's out there.
Like the longer the gap, the shorter the run, bro. You know?
What?
Huh?
Do you mean that her vagina is so large that your penis just like gets lost in it?
In time. Like,
What was that a
my wife-
euphemism
oh,
for?
My wife is
He
pregnant.
He means
Oh,
like.
good God.
He means like the longer he goes without it.
Can you
the
tell me
shorter.
this stuff before I start making a bunch of heinous
You
jokes?
can do what you want. She doesn't respect us.
Yeah.
Really?
No,
She
not
doesn't
at all.
care.
She,
Like,
you don't
What?
she
think
gets
She doesn't
crushed
even
us.
know
she's
me.
been married to him for how many years?
3 now.
Oh, so she
Really?
doesn't
You don't
respect
think-
herself
You don't
either. I
think she
see.
realized she made a huge mistake?
Oh
Somebody's-
man, I'm sure she's a lovely woman. I'm so sorry, Jason's wife, that you're married to Jason. I think mostly.
Apologize
but-
to my wife too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm really sorry. Now you have a lovely family. I've seen on Instagram. You know, you have a kid, which is insane. I thought
He
you
has
were like
one, too.
16. What the fuck's going on here?
He is a kid. He made one. with
Yeah,
his-
I got a
Yeah,
little
that's
boy.
right. You got a kid
He
too.
made 2. He's got
Yeah,
a
I got
second
a
one
little
on his way.
girl on the
Oh
way,
my
and I got a
God!
little
Why is
boy.
everyone having children? You know that the fucking like
Earth is
polar ice
ending,
caps are
yeah.
melting.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
We
it's
shouldn't have done
over.
it.
It's
Hi,
done.
now
So you're
about-
selfish. You're selfish pricks.
When I found out he was having a boy, I was like, this is good. Now that he's having a girl, I'm like, this is not good.
Why?
He's just not a father for a
He's
girl.
my boy.
Oh, he's a really cute kid, man. Wow, that's a really cute kid.
What do you mean I'm not a father for a little girl?
You're
job.
not a good a girl father. You're a good boy father.
A good boy father? Wow, that could mean so many things if you just see those 3 words. You're like a
It's like-
good boy father.
It's like the prequel to Goodwill
Look,
Hunting.
basically, girls grow up with like daddy issues, and you've already got one. Like your daughter's gonna grow up not with daddy issues. She's gonna grow up with like daddy the issue.
Because I'm a man child.
You're like she's gonna have like people are gonna go like, what happened? What's wrong with you? Why are you like this? And she's like, do you know Jason Hour?
Oh,
And they're
come
gonna go,
on now.
oh.
You know, you got to be careful with your tongue.
Oh,
You might-
yeah?
You might write a check against your own ass with it, you know, like karma and shit.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
That's why I don't ever fucking say shit like that.
Don't
All right, I'm going
let-
to go
Hey, peace, man.
take care of mine.
And next week you're gonna have something very
I'll
special.
have something.
Is that a
for you.
promise?
Yeah, you'll have something coming.
I got it on video.
I got something coming. Hey, we should connect. I would like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really would.
absolutely, man.
I
I'll
think
give you
that,
my,
like,
my
this-
shit.
I'm like not the best right now. I'm sorry, but like we'd like to.
You're great, bro. I don't know what the fuck you're talking
I got
about.
this
You're
domain
This
awesome.
that
is
I
just
want
a
to turn into
compliment
a-
show.
I just want to like affirm and
Positivity.
build you. I just want to affirm and build you. That's how we make it through together.
Affirm and build.
Affirm and build each other.
Why don't you just do a firm grab? Affirm and grab.
So should I quit comedy or what? What
No,
is it?
you're
I
already
should.
in.
You're in.
Let's
I
do
should.
it.
I'm done. I'm a
Dude.
fucking,
All right, I quit.
According to
I
like,
quit before you.
No. I quit first. I quit
No,
before
I
anyone.
Quit before you. I quit before you.
like you don't need it, so it's
You
gonna
get-
be a good
Do
girlfriend.
you get high
for
before you go on
know?
stage?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I
Keep it up then.
yeah.
Don't like break from what you do.
Okay,
Don't e-
awesome.
and
Thank
don't
you.
Ever give a fuck.
Don't
Hey-
listen to anybody that's like, you need to be professional. Tell them to go fuck themselves.
So I have a question for you. When you go up to do a set, right?
Right.
How long do you just bullshit before you like go, like on average before you go to something you actually written?
It
10 seconds for
depends
Eddie.
with me.
Yeah.
He's in fast.
Yeah.
He just goes right in there. Dude.
No
Hard.
foreplay.
I like to fuck the audience right away. No foreplay.
Because if you let them have any space, they'll take it. They're
I
like
love
dogs.
I love
Right,
how
right,
you
right.
stand right in front of the camera with your fucking crack out all the time.
Look at that scar.
Jesus.
All right.
God.
All right. Hey, love you, brother. Thanks
Peace,
for coming.
man.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I didn't have
It's
a
okay.
wonderful.
Good shit, my dude. Yo, good
Um,
show, man. Yeah, here. I'll give you my shit.
Can you
I'll
guys
give you
do
the
that like
whole
later?
stitch.
We're kind of
Taken-
doing a
can you
show.
give me- yeah. All right.
We're kind of doing a show right now.
I want to talk about weed with him. I want to talk about big business and weed. I want to have a real conversation with you.
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
All right, later.
You keep thinking there's money to be made and it's over.
Oh, Rachel has my contact. Just get it from her.
No, I'm not, I don't want to get into the business anymore. I'm over that.
What do you want to do?
I want to talk to him about the big business.
Did you hear me, Dingleberry? You get my contact from Rachel. Yeah. It was good hanging out, man. That was fucking great. Good shit. But yeah, we'll chat.
Oh, this has been a
That
fucking.
guy's awesome.
I did a podcast today.
Yeah.
Forgot to press record.
Get the fuck out. Really?
Yeah, a whole fucking hour show.
Oh.
And it was a great show. Like if
Was
we,
it his fault?
like if no, I was there alone. I did it myself. Like if Damien just said to me right now,
That lost value in your
I
stock.
forgot to record this, I'd be like, well, that's okay. But the one today was amazing. I'm just fucking with you. You
Yeah.
didn't even get it. My
Wait,
joke.
wait.
My joke.
I'm like really stoned. I just zoned out for 1 second. I heard the part about how you didn't press record. What was the punchline?
Raspberries.
I quit comedy. Yeah, that's it.
No.
No, I'm just getting started, man. I'm
You'll be
gonna
fine.
get in this shit, and it's really fun. And I'm gonna try to, just keep doing this, dude. I did a show called Meme Money the other
What
night.
happened here? Did you get stabbed?
I actually did. That's
Did you?
interesting. You said I
Stabbed.
actually did get stabbed. Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
stabbed.
That's very yeah. I
How
was
do you-
stabbed with a broken glass bottle.
How do you not lead with that?
I almost never talk about it, but you're very observant for noticing it.
Do you not like to talk about it? Is it PTSD?
No, I don't mind. I smoked so much weed that I cured my PTSD. Actually,
Did you have PTSD? I can imagine.
Yeah, fuck yeah, big time.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. It was a mugger.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. It was a whole fucking.
Where were you?
I was in Baltimore, Maryland.
Right.
Yeah, and I was very drunk
Shitty
with a
city.
buddy of mine. Yeah, shitty city. I still like Baltimore, but it did me dirty a little bit. Who the fuck is calling my phone?
Probably
like,
Jason.
Repeatedly?
It's probably Jason.
Whoa. All things I almost never talk about on tape. But yeah, no, I mean it's no big deal to me. But yeah, it was crazy. It caused a lot of nerve damage.
Oh,
It-
I can imagine.
It like really like chopped up. Like, oh my god, somebody's seriously calling my fucking phone like repeatedly from
So-
Gardenia, California.
So
Who
where was
fuck
the
is
nerve?
that?
What nerves did it affect him? What part of your body?
The C5 nerve.
Fucking phone,
Why would
man.
what?
Ah,
I'm in the
jeez.
middle of a fucking story. Is that
Not
is that
only did
actually
you interrupt the show, and I told you it was probably him.
Oh my god.
I
Okay,
go-
I got you. Can you text me? Can you
Hey, you know what? It was fun. I was watching it on the TV in the back, and I was having a really good time.
Is it more fun back
Are
there?
we on
than
that
it is-
TV back there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's
so
bouncing
cool.
off the fucking-
Is anybody
That's
out there
hilarious.
watching it?
So we should have had a. We should start getting people here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need.
When are they gonna have the outdoor liquor license, man?
We need to get people. If you're a fan of the show, come out, hang out on Tuesday nights, and
Yeah.
sit back here. Behind this TV is another TV that you can sit outside. We got tables and chairs. You can sit and watch the show outside. We got loudspeakers on the bus that play to outside, and we'll sneak you beers if you come
Boom.
out. And weed.
Hell
Don't-
yeah,
don't
man.
tell the improv. We'll put them in bingo cups too.
What other podcast offers you this kind of opportunity? None of them. They don't fucking care about you like the Bingle Show
We used to-
does.
Let me tell you something. So let's get back to your nerve damage.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah. It was a whole lot. Like I was paralyzed from my chin to my elbow for like almost a year, and it came back kind of miraculously. I credit cannabis, which I was using a lot of at the time.
Yeah, because you're
True.
probably freaking out. Were you having like real paranoid kind of like weird things where you'd go down this like dark,
Yeah,
dark-
I had some nightmares. I was like kind of didn't want to go outside. for a little bit. But I think cannabis helped with that too.
So
you
the
know?
mugger came up to you and said, "Give me your money," or did he say he just stabbed you?
It was there was a moment of at the time it was a BlackBerry that we were just walking down the street back to the car and they ran up and were like,
Two
"Give us
dudes?
the BlackBerry." It was like 6 kids. It was like a bunch of like kids.
You keep emphasizing black, and I feel like
What? No, I
you
never
go-
said
you
they
go,
were black.
It was a BlackBerry, and I'm like, you're like saying like it was like code word, like it wasn't white people, it was BlackBerry.
No. The phone was a BlackBerry.
It was a dark night, so we couldn't see them.
Oh my
It
God.
was
All right, I definitely did not say any of that, just for the record. But they
he's
were
like, it was a bunch of white preppy kids.
yeah, right. It was a bunch of like University of Baltimore kids. No, I mean,
You know what? But that's what I'm talking about. This weird thing of like you're racist. Like you go Baltimore, I'd assume it was black. If you're like I was in West Virginia, I'd be like, okay, it's a bunch of fucking white dudes that did it to you.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think people get so quick to judge you for being racist for using like process of
right.
elimination or
That's true,
stereotyping
yeah,
or deduction. And I have this whole new theory that people aren't racist; they're classist. Because like I know
people
so,
are just they're terrible. This
yeah,
is the
people are.
answer,
And
yeah.
people, I see it all the time. The people that you think are racist, you find out they're not. They just hate poor people. They don't hate black people. They don't hate people of color. They hate poor people.
Money is really the
equalizer.
the evil. Yeah, it's the evil. It's the most evil thing in the world. It's it turns people into monsters and makes them stop caring about other people.
Okay, so
burn all your money.
So a bunch of kids came up to you.
Yeah,
Young, like 15, 16?
Yeah,
That's usually what it is.
basically. And we're like, give us the BlackBerry. And then it was like, I was very drunk, and it was
so
like
a BlackBerry said, "Give us the BlackBerry."
No, one of these kids. I still haven't specified what race the kids were. And
We know
Baltimore
they
does
were
have white
white.
ghettos.
We know they were white.
Yeah, but basically, one of them had a broken bottle and stabbed me with it from behind.
Like, were you
So-
giving up the phone?
Yeah, no, like initially they were like, "Give us the BlackBerry," and we were like, "Fuck off," which honestly, in retrospect, was like pretty stupid. But again, we were like very very
Wasted.
drunk, yeah. And that's like that was weirdly like the end of alcohol enjoyment for me too. I mean, after that I could never really get drunk.
Because weed, you think you would have been like, "Here's the phone."
Yeah, I think so actually, probably. But
So I lived in Venice. Jason and I used to live in Venice. There's a lot of little gang members there, and they're young. They're really young. And I used to be so like I wasn't scared of any like older scary looking dudes. It was always the young dudes that I was always because they're loose cannons.
yeah.
And they don't know how to like control it. And
Kids,
they're not.
man.
They're fucking shady.
Kids are wild, yeah.
You see them roll up on their BMX bikes, and you're like, it's a bunch of little kids. So I could see if you weren't aware, you'd be like, oh fuck off, you're a bunch of little kids. Little kids will fuck you up. Fuck
Yeah.
you up.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Right.
It's
So one of them had a broken bottle,
Yeah.
or did he break it and then do it?
Basically he had the bottle and then broke it and came at me from behind.
Ugh.
Yeah. And then got me right there, kind of where my neck meets my shoulder, right in the brachial plexus. So check this out. You know how this
Like
side
close
there's,
to your
like, that
carotid
brain of
artery.
nerves? Very close. Very,
Gee-
very close.
Oh my god, he just missed it.
Yeah. Very, very fucking close to it. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Oh.
you'd have been dead.
Yeah, I'd have been dead in like seconds, basically.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So-
I was 23.
So what
at the
happened? Did
time.
you drop the phone? Did you give it to them? Did
Basically the
they
kid.
beat
So
you up
actually,
then?
it gets kind of crazy. So the guy, so the kid hits me with the bottle, right? And then my buddy Tom like fucking clotheslines through like a couple of the kids, and like we start running down the block. Meanwhile, the kids, right, are like standing there, and we're like going down the block, and I'm like bleeding a lot, right? And out of one of the houses comes a lady in a nightgown and shit, right? And she's holding a hammer, right? And she's the mom, announces that she's the mom of one of the kids, and she's like, "Stop fucking with my kids," or whatever. And
Oh my
she
God.
starts chasing us down the block with the hammer, right? And meanwhile, she then notices the trail of blood, and we stop. And I was like, "Look what your fucking kid did to me, you psycho," you know. And then she like gathers what's going on and like goes back into the house or whatever. And
I'd love if the story was like, I never said what race it was, but this is a very Dutch neighborhood.
yeah, they're
in
Norwegian.
Baltimore, and the woman came out with a wooden shoe.
But get this.
She-
So my buddy, right, he calls 911, right? And he's like hysterical and he's like, "Oh my fucking God. Oh, they fucking stabbed my friend. I don't know what the fuck to do." No lie. The 911 operator says, "Don't curse at me, sir," and hangs up on him, right? So then he like is like he jumps into. I look up and I'm like, "Tom, is there an ambulance coming?" I'm like fucking bleeding a lot.
He's like, well, I kind of
Yeah.
pissed off the 911
Right?
operator.
Then he jumps in the street. I remember so well sitting on the curb and he's on the phone and he like put his other hand, he's holding it out at a cab and the headlights are like silhouetting him. And he stops this cab and he grabs me and he throws me in the cab and he gets in and the cab driver's like, "Oh man, no leaking on my seats, okay?"
Oh my
right about the
God.
blood. And we have him drive us to U Maryland Hospital. And the second we get in, I literally like walk in. I have like my T-shirt like balled up on my neck, and I'm like, there. I walk in and I'm like, "I just got stabbed in the throat," and I fucking like, and then it was like a whirlwind of like activity. And
Oh, good
shit.
for them.
Yeah, and then the fucking
I thought the way this story is gonna go, you get in there, you're like, I'm bleeding. They stabbed me in the throat, and they're like, "Get in line,
yeah,
get
nah.
in line
Yeah,
over
no,
here."
it was like
Really?
very
I got
quick.
my hand in a chainsaw,
Oh my God.
and it was like 40 minutes before they could see me.
Oh,
Wow.
so they sewed you up right there.
That sounds like your fault. No, I'm just playing.
Why?
No.
Tegan, why did you have your hand in a chainsaw? I hope he says juggling.
Yeah.
It was a blackberry. No, I worked on a ranch, and the guy I was working for, he was cutting these big logs, and I was holding the logs on the sawhorses so they wouldn't fall off.
Uh-huh.
And the other side of the log that I wasn't holding started to like tilt off the sawhorse. So carefully, I was like reaching over where he was cutting, and he like freaked out and backed the saw out, and lifted it straight up, and it just skipped across my hand.
Oh.
And I thought it was the log because it flipped my hand back. And,
I still think I don't know if I'd take yours over your. I don't know which one.
So it
They
flipped
both
my
sound
hand back,
awful.
and I was like, at first I thought it was the log, but then he threw the saw down and just like his jaw dropped and he went white. And then I looked down and it was a massacre. There was blood everywhere.
It's almost as bad to hurt someone than get hurt.
Oh yeah.
The feeling of hurting another person like that is just like devastating.
Oh yeah. So anyway,
Unless you stab them
actually,
with a glass.
to
a
conclude
bottle.
that, because that part of this fucking situation, whose fault this was fucked up. So basically, I get in the emergency room, they like rip off all my shit. And I remember so well. The woman said, "What happened?" And I go, "Some kid stabbed me with a Snapple bottle," and she goes, "What flavor?" And I thought that was so fucking funny. You know what I mean? Everyone in the room laughed, and I laughed too. It was pretty hilarious. But then the kid, they like literally, they never caught the actual kid.
No.
They threw some other kid in like city jail for 3 months, and then like
He wouldn't snitch.
he wouldn't snitch. So it was like a whole situation. I was like, whatever. I'm not gonna deal with this.
Not gonna bring
anymore.
your fucking neck back.
Yeah, right.
Fuck.
But then like that, I had to work on getting my fucking arm.
Everything's
movement
normal
back.
now, though.
Yeah. My arm's probably at about 85%.
Are you close with your parents?
Yeah, with my mom. Yeah.
Was she like terrified?
Yeah,
and everything?
yeah. She was freaked out for sure, man. Yeah, it's terrible. I don't want to talk about that. That's very, that was horrible.
That would be the worst to
Definitely.
do that, like for your
Yeah,
mom to
yeah.
go through that, to hear, oh, you just got
Yeah.
stabbed in there. I've had a couple incidents where I go to the hospital and it's just like, I'm always like, don't call my mom. Like, we'll ride this thing out and see how it goes, and then we'll tell her later when hopefully it's better.
Yeah, man, it's fucked up.
'Cause
I lied to my mom about it for the first like 12 hours of the situation. But then I had to go to the hospital and get surgery and everything, and then so we eventually were like,
Oh,
"All right,
I
here's
just
what
I
happened."
just think like the worst thing that could ever happen to me is something happened to my kid, so I can't imagine like doing
Yeah,
that to my
Jesus
parents,
Christ,
like
man.
how fucking awful. So yeah, that's ugly.
Yeah, it was crazy as fuck, but it definitely like, I think in some ways affected my attitude. Honestly, I was always like, like wanted to do wild shit or whatever the fuck. It didn't make me be like realize that like yeah whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I was young. I was like I maybe would have done the same shit anyway.
It's a good story. I was
Fergus,
hanging out with comedian Money Franklin the other night, who was on our show at the Comedy Wipeout, and he goes, we were talking about Mexico and how like I don't like to go there anymore because it's shady, and he's like, I get kidnapped there. And he told this whole story about like getting thrown in the trunk of a car and taken away for 24 hours, where they beat the shit out of him and put a gun in his mouth. And I'm like, hey, when do you want to come do the podcast? Tell this story on the fucking
Holy
podcast.
Crap.
Yeah, it's a pretty good story.
It's crazy as fuck, dude. How long was he?
24 hours they got him.
Holy shit. That must have been the scariest 24 hours of his fucking life, dude.
Oh, I can't imagine.
That'll make you like go and like appreciate
And I'm
shit.
I was paranoid I didn't tell this story. So I was on stage 3 nights ago in Spokane, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Great club. The Spokane Comedy Club's unbelievable. I'm on stage, and all of a sudden, I'm doing this. I said something like, oh, we're in Washington, everyone smokes weed or something, and the crowd's like, yeah, and this one guy goes, woohoo! And I go, that's not a weed cheer, that's a meth cheer. And I go, nobody that's smoking weed cheers like that.
Yeah.
And so the guy went from like having a really good night to looking at me like, fuck you. Like,
are you serious?
Really? He just turned. I saw the countenance change, and so I kept doing my shit. I didn't care, it was pretty full, and I was like, fuck. So I got one table that doesn't like me. Kept doing my shit. I didn't realize prior to this, they had an argument about the 2-drink minimum with the staff, with the waitresses, and they didn't want to pay it, so they weren't paying. Well, so I'm on stage, I'm doing my shit, and I have a joke that could trigger somebody. It could be a bit controversial. But it's obviously just a joke, like if you have any intelligence, you'd be like, but I could see it possibly triggering. Well, they got up and started walking out, and I was like, okay, in that situation, when someone walks, it makes the whole crowd uncomfortable, so I have to make fun of the situation.
Yeah.
So I'm making fun of the situation as they're leaving, and like going to the like absurdity, and everybody's laughing, and it's going well. Like I'm getting good laughs because they're leaving. Like I'm playing on them leaving. They turn the corner to go out through like the little area where you come in and pay, and
right.
All of a sudden I hear boom, 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 boom.
Gunshots?
I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but it just sounded like an all-out fucking bar brawl. Like you heard his scream, and I'm like, and just right away, rather than be like, hey, what's going on? Like my old self would be like, this is gonna be fucking cool. We're gonna watch a fight. All I thought was like, I got a wife and a kid. What's going on with this maniac? So I don't see anything. So then I just kept joking about it, and the audience is like kind of laughing, but I know everybody's like, what happened? So I started asking the bouncer. I'm like, what happened? And he's like, he fell. And I'm like, huh? Yeah, I'm like, oh, they always fall, huh? And I'm not fucking up the guy, getting him in any trouble because they have it on camera. The guy, turns out the guy had assaulted the bouncer on the way out. Shit. Just like fucking tried, and the bouncer like restrained him. But all I know is they got in a fight. That's all I know. And they said he's still outside. So before the show, in between the two shows, I'd gone out to get food, and I went out this like secret back door. And I remember thinking, they don't lock this fucking door, and people could sneak in here. I'm telling people, if you're in Spokane, you want to see a show for? And I'm like, they don't lock this door, but I think there were two doors. I was like, I think the outside door does lock behind it. I'm on stage, and all of a sudden I hear, boom, 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 at that door, and I'm like, motherfucker, he's coming in.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh my God, this guy, and all I'm thinking, it's my joke. He's mad. He wants to murder me. And I'm like, did he go get his gun?
Oh my God.
And I'm just on stage going, I got like a half hour left of my show, and I'm going to die. And I was just trying to, I was like, should I just get off stage and deal? But I just kept looking at the bouncer. I'm like, we're cool? He's like, yeah, man, we're cool. I'm like, I don't know. I think he's pretty close to breaking that door down. Like,
and people can hear it from the stage too?
Everyone, the whole club, everyone sitting in the audience is like, oh yeah. Like, you look out of the audience and everybody's kind of like, is he gonna come in and shoot us all? You know, like there was that like feeling of like,
Oh my god.
there's a fucking sociopath outside. And after the show, I talk to him. I'm like, why didn't you call the cops on him? I would have taken the cops like 40 minutes to get here. So, you know, we just told him to fuck off. And I'm like, and then he came around to the back door and tried to break in.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, what'd you do then? They're like, he's not getting in through that door. I'm like, you guys are so casual about the fact that I was about to die.
Oh my god.
And
man.
they didn't care. So, they did
Jeez
care.
Louise,
They were nice.
the things you risk for comedy, huh?
well, it's my fault for doing the jokes I do, but on that note.
Insult comedy.
Fun show. Thanks for doing it.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
No, I
man, for
appreciate
real.
having you.
This
We
was
loved you
really
last
fun.
time.
Thanks so
this
much,
time,
man.
you were almost as good. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Thank you.
You're gonna have a bright career in comedy.
I
believe
really
it.
appreciate that.
I
That
do.
means
I
a
do.
lot
I think
to me
you got
to
something
say that,
special.
man. For real. Thank you so much.
And what are you doing now that you can plug? Anything?
Oh yeah,
Just-
check out Great Moments in Weed History at Spotify and iTunes, all that shit, and watch High Maintenance on HBO.
What is high maintenance though again?
High Maintenance is a show. It's a fictional show series about a weed delivery guy in New York. That's played by my buddy Ben Sinclair.
And then what do you play in it?
I play a guy, an Uber driver who helps him deliver weed.
Okay.
Yeah, and Ben and I are writing a movie together, our first movie as well. That's a long way off, though.
It's
just
okay.
happening,
I'll
yeah.
play anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything. Whatever you want to put me in, I can do it.
I got you,
I can be
man.
the scared comedian on stage. I can be the scared guy in the Uber. I can be the
First guy to die in a horror movie.
I'm first guy to die. I'll take it. So thanks for listening to the Bingle Show. Can they find you on Instagram? Or
Oh yeah, I'm your kid on everything. I'm your kid at I'm your kid. That's me.
How'd you get that one?
Well, kid is like a thing. I've always used kid for everything, and then they didn't have it's the kid or this is the kid available, so I did I'm your kid.
I'm somebody.
Years ago.
Did you try I'm somebody's kid.
Yeah, I'm somebody's kid.
Somebody took at I fucked a kid.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, really?
I don't know. I thought maybe you looked that one up. I wanted to trick you and see if you're like, oh,
Look
that's
that
taken.
up on your Instagram and be like, why did you search for this? Eddie F made me do
Well,
it.
thanks for Imagine if you looked it up, then you
That's
leave your
the Eddie
cash.
F
Yeah.
defense.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder that all the time. That like the shit I look up, if my wife went on my computer, she'd be like, "That's why."
What the
That's why I'm
fuck?
completely honest with her because I don't want like the shit that I look at. Also, the other night, I forgot to tell this story about Spokane. A couple in the middle of my first show, they're like making out in the front row, just like fucking. He's like, I can see his tongue, and it's just distracting me so bad. And I'm like, I was about to stop, and just be like, go fuck somewhere. It's so gross. And so I'm watching, and finally they get up to leave, and I said to the audience, I go, they're not offended. I go, his Viagra's wearing off and he's got to get home. and I was like, that guy's got to get in there.
Is that who left that note on the table?
So they left. So I see I can't remember my phone. They left a note. They just all of a sudden, the middle of a bit, like the middle of like I did the like the setup. I'm not even getting to the punchline, and they're up and gone. And I'm like, that was weird. Like they weren't obviously offended. I knew they were like getting fucking horny. They leave. The waitress after the show brings this card into me. It says, "Hey, let's get out of here. Let's go home and fuck." And it's like
all spelled wrong.
It's all spelled wrong.
How
And
do you spell "let's go home and fuck" wrong?
So it was written on the comment card. They have comments for the show, but
Right.
but she obviously wrote it to him, and he's like, "All right, let's get out of here."
And she can't spell or something?
No. So the waitress gives it to me. So I thought I'm gonna bring this out on stage the second show and tell the audience.
Right.
But
Oh
then
my God.
I just left it in my pants, and then I go home,
Oh.
and my wife does my laundry.
No.
And pulls out this card that says, "Hey, let's go home and fuck."
What did she say?
We're not speaking.
Wait, really?
No.
Oh my God, I was gonna
No,
say.
so I made up
shit.
this whole story because my wife found this card, and you're supposed to be fucking.
Okay,
fucking-
Barry.
And somebody
Yes.
wrote to you, and then you like went home by yourself. That should be the logic thing that tells her that you didn't fuck anybody.
No, I luckily, I luckily threw it out before, but I also had Instagrammed it earlier, Instagram story. So I was like dated that like, but I can imagine my wife found that. I would be like, if I saw that in my wife's like purse or something, I'd be like, and I'm not a jealous guy at all, but I'd be like, all right, this is too fucking weird. Why do you have this card?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I remember putting it in my pocket going, oh, I'm going to do a joke about this. And I was like, remember to take it out. All right. Well,
yeah, that's fucking insane, man. That's like the, he shit my pants too joke, you know? Whatever.
All right. Well, thank you, Abdullah.
Thank you for having me,
I
man.
appreciate it very much. You find us at, we don't even know where our Instagram is. If somebody, I got a long story. I think I got help with us. But you can find me at Eddie Ift. Thanks to Rachel, Damien, Tegan for all the hard work. The window lickers do a really good job here. And Bingleberries, thanks for all your support. Go to the Patreon. Go to eddyift.com/Patreon. Or no, it's patreon.com/eddyift. And donate, because we got to keep this show going. The Wadcast is making a fortune, and this show's making nothing. So help us out, keep it on the air, because I get messages, you guys love the show. Well, help us out so we can keep it on the air. Thanks. Good night.
You want to do your dates?
We'll do them. I'll send them to you because we don't know.
Shout out Ice Poseidon.